Hi, I'm Krishna and I welcome you all on behalf of CSI Chapter Vcode once again. And we'll take a look at Python topic, which is object-oriented programming. It is very important topic and because it is used in real case scenarios, real life scenarios. That's why it is kind of important. So I'll just add on with an example or a question because it is very easy topic and it is very useful also. That's why we are teaching you about this object-oriented programming. So yeah. I'll start with an example. So what I'm doing, I'm defining a class, let's say day, and in this class, what I'm doing, I'm just defining two methods. Let's say first one is one, and in this one we'll pass a parameter self. What is self? Self, it is, I hope you already know about this keyword in Java. I already told you in previous video. If you don't know, you can just take a look at these videos. So self, it is something kind of like this keyword in Java. And what this function does, this function just returns, calls another function. Let's say the name of that function is 2. And what I'll do now, I'll just define second function, which is 2, and let's also pass parameter self in it. And what this function does, it returns a. So this is my first function. So what I'll do now, I'll just create a child class of this parent class A. So for creating a child class in Python, what we have to do, it is very simple syntax. Just normally we have to define a class, and in parentheses we have to name the parent class. So child class, it will have class B. It will have properties of class A as well as some extra properties. That's what child class is. Okay, so in this child class, I'll just override the function, which is 2. Override, we just, like, it's been 2 or 3 days, we just talked about overriding a function in Java. It is kind of similar. You can also take a look at that video for your reference. Okay, so I'm just overriding this function 2, and it has parameter self parameter, and what it does, it returns B. Okay, so that's it with our classes. So let's try to jump in our main piece of code. So what I'll do, I'll just create first object of class A. Okay, for creating an object, you just have to write the name of the object. In our case, it is obj1, and you have to define this. Write the name of the class of which you want the object. In my case, I want object obj1 of class A. So I'm defining the obj1, which is object of class A, like this. And now I'll just create object of class B. So I made two objects, which is obj1 and obj2 of class A and B respectively. So what I'll do, I'll just print out something. Let's say I'll do obj1.2. So if we try to run our code, obj1.2, obj1, it is object of class A. So it should return A. Like you may say, it is returning A. And if we call obj1.1, so let's see that it is still returning A. Why? Because we are calling this function which is called 1, and what this function does, it just calls the function 2. So what we are doing, obj, in other words, obj1.1 is equal to obj1. That's what it is, because what our function 1 does, it just calls second function. So it is kind of useless in our code, but I just did this for giving you a problem to scratch your head. And so what I'm trying to do is, let's say we are printing obj1.2, obj2.2. So you try to figure out what should be the output. It is kind of easy after this output I showed you. So you have 5 seconds to pause the video, think about it. It is kind of easy, and post your answer in the comment section. Okay, if we try to look at the output, it is printing out A and B. Why is it printing out A and B? Because obj1.2, as we have seen earlier, it returns A, and obj2.2 it returns B. Why? Because we have override a function. This 2 it is override, we have override it, so that's why it is returning B instead of A. If we didn't override it, let's say we didn't define this function. Okay, let's say 3. Okay, and it gets a and returns, that's a C. So yeah, look, it is coming out to be A space A, not A space C or A space B, because we didn't override function in this case. The properties of class A will be same as the class B. Class B will carry on the properties of class A as it is. We didn't define anything like again. So I hope it is clear to you guys. If you still have any doubt, you can just ask us in the comment section. You may also take another look at this video. Until then, bye bye. See you guys in our next video. Thank you.